If you're a blues rock player, chances are you rely on 3 to 5 licks over and over. Outside of that, it's uncomfortable, it doesn't always happen, and your solos tend to sound pretty boring. Now, your bandmates and your audience might not realize that. They might even say that you're a great player. You probably are, but you know that you have more to say musically and you just feel frustrated because you've been playing for a long time and come on, there is more than these 3 to 5 licks, right? In this video, I'm going to share with you some very simple strategies you can use when playing the blues to get outside of playing the same things over and over. It's really going to help you out. Let's get started. Hello, my name is David. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping you express yourself on the guitar. We are talking about the blues today. We're going to use a blues in A. I have a simple backing track, traditional blues, a 1, 4, 5 in A. And the first thing that comes to mind is typically minor pentatonic, A minor pentatonic, the scale that we all know. And we're not going to get outside of that. We're going to use that as our basis. And I'm going to share with you a few simple ideas as I play with this. Now, really quick, I need to mention something that is happening this week on the website, on guitarplayback.com. You're going to find a bundle. This bundle happens once a year. This is the 4th year we're doing this. We keep adding stuff to the bundle. This is a bundle in collaboration with my good friend Robert Renman, who's also a blues instructor here on YouTube. And we put together a compilation of our best-selling blues courses. As a matter of fact, if you were to buy all these courses one after the other, it'll cost you over $800. That's not what you're paying during Blues Week. Check out the link below if you want to find out more. But for now, let's take a look at the strategies you can use to get out playing those same old licks over and over. And my first strategy is to break the sequence of notes we typically play. So we're in A minor pentatonic scale. We have our first position. We can do that in any position we want, but we'll use the first position here. And typically when we start improvising, we will either ascend or descend notes in order of appearance. So we have a backing track here and our minor pentatonic scale in its first position. Usually when we phrase, when we improvise, we will use notes in sequential order. Here I'm ascending notes, descending, maybe ascending a little more, descending, maybe doing some bends. But every note I play is followed or preceded by a note that is just after or just before. Okay, we're going to break that. When you look at the first position of the minor pentatonic scale, we have 2 notes per string. That's very handy, a very narrow, contained position, easy to remember. So if we're in A, that'll be, and we respect the 1 finger per fret, it'll be index, pinky, index, ring, index, ring, index, ring, index, pinky, index, pinky. And when I'm ascending that scale, from my perspective, I have 2 notes per string. 1 note is in the direction of the neck of the guitar. That's the 5th fret right here, played with the index. And then the next note is closer to the bridge of the guitar. So I'll have neck, bridge, neck, bridge, neck, bridge, neck, bridge. Or, from my perspective, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, so far, so good. So I'll have a left note and a right note on that string, left, right on the next, left, right on the next. Here's what I suggest. Let's break that pattern of playing notes in sequential order by maybe playing 2 consecutive notes on the left or the right. Well, let's get practical. Hopefully you have your guitar with you. We're going to try this together. We're going to start ascending that minor pentatonic scale in its first position. So we're starting on the low E string 5th fret, and that's a left note. From my perspective, close to the neck, right? So left, right. Next string, left, right. Next string, left, right. Let's break the habit. We ended on a right note. We are on the 7th fret of the 4th string. I'm going to follow this by another right note. So maybe we can play the next string right. So that'll be the 7th fret. So basically I'm skipping a note. The close-up looks like this. I have left, right, left, right, left, right, followed by a right note on the 3rd string, 7th fret. Okay, that's just the basics of it. We broke the pattern. Okay, we're going to try this by descending maybe. We'll descend, right, left, right, right. We'll play a right note after that. Right. So right, left, right, right. Now let's skip some strings. We'll descend, right, left, right. Skip the 4th string to the 5th string, right. That's the first concept. Very simple. We're going to apply this over the backing track. We're going to explore this and see what happens. At first, it might sound a little unmusical, a little uncomfortable. That's okay. Push through it. Eventually, something cool should happen. Let's give it a try over the track. Did it right here. Right, right. Right, skip a string. Right, okay, maybe. Cool. Let's try the left note now. Okay, the two left notes in sequence. The end on the note we skipped. Oh, that's cool. And then you start developing that. Here I played a series of left, 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 left. Sounds a little different, right, than the typical licks that you might have. Maybe venture outside of those positions, outside of that first position. If it sounds a little mechanical at first, again, it's completely normal. We are exploring something that is a little foreign. That's the idea. And then eventually it'll become part of your everyday vocabulary. So that's the first idea that I have. The next idea is to look at the surrounding notes. Now, this is a concept that is simple. We've talked about that before, chromatic approaches. But we're going to try something a little different here. Check this out. We're going to use our first position of A minor pentatonic scale as our home base. So anything we play within that scale over the backing track is going to be home. It's going to sound comfortable. We can land on any of these notes. It'll be a safe note to play. Now, if we take that position, that shape, and move it one fret below, we are not home. We're close to home, but we're not home. If I play this over the track, well, what's wrong? Well, everything's wrong. It doesn't work. That's okay. That is a position that is very close to home. One fret higher, and we're home. Okay, we could do the same thing by moving that home position one fret higher. Again, major yuck. But I'm close to home. Just one fret away from home. All right, so how do we make this work? How do we add a little bit of yuckiness into our phrasing? Well, we need to be very careful. It's kind of like a spice. If your kid is complaining that, I'm making it up, I don't do that with my kids, but if the kid is complaining about the peas tasting like crap, they don't want to eat vegetables, they don't want to eat peas and broccoli, mix the vegetables with toothpaste. Make them try the vegetables without it. They might like the veggies a little more. Bad example, I know, but hopefully you know what I mean. Just a little bit of uncomfortableness, bringing them back home will make home even better. Okay, let's give that a try. We're gonna start home. Minor pentatonic, phrase the way you usually phrase. Okay, if it gets a little boring, just venture outside. Maybe we'll try one fret below, just for a little bit. Okay, maybe that was a little too long, but you get the idea, right? Just going outside a tiny bit and going back in. Okay, that sounds a little better. Pause real quick. If you say that it sounds like crap, it kind of does. It does, because I started using that right away in the backing track. This is not the kind of thing you want to do at the very first minute of playing. When you're playing, you want to introduce yourself It's a conversation, right? You don't want to start right away being weird. You want to be accepted by the other musicians, the backing track, the story that is being told. You want to ease into it, okay? So with that said, let's say that we are 3 minutes in the solo. That's when you can start, adding those weird things just a little bit, okay? Adding a little bit of toothpaste in the veggies. Let's get back to our track. So first things first, ease into it. You're joining a conversation. You want to be accepted. Short ideas, simple. Okay, start developing. Eventually, you start taking a little more liberties. I'm going to try to venture outside a little bit. My third strategy is something we've talked about on the channel, but it's so beneficial. I really think it's worth repeating. If you feel stuck when playing the blues, chances are you're thinking about your solo in a linear way. You know that the minor pentatonic scale is going to work over most chords, or probably all of the chords, and you rely on that. That's great. But you're not really thinking about what is going on over the backing track. The backing track is made of several chords, in this case a 1, 4, 5. There are 3 different chords. And yes, these chords all work with the same scale. However, if we start micro-focusing on each of these chords, we can start doing things that are a little more interesting than just the same licks that you're playing. The chords we're playing over are A7, D7, and E7. Over these 3 chords, like I said, the minor pentatonic scale will work. No problem. However, if we visualize these chords in the same area of the fretboard so that they kind of fit the minor pentatonic scale position here that we're using, if we visualize those, we will see that some notes of the chords are not present in our minor pentatonic scale. Those are the notes you want to target in your improv to escape those licks over and over. So the way you do that is if we look at the first chord, A7, that note right here on the 3rd string, 6th fret is not present in our minor pentatonic scale. So why not try to land on it? So we've got a minor pentatonic scale, start phrasing over it, and then land on that note. And of course, the time I decide to shoot a video is the time they decide to mow the lawn. It's pretty loud. So I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you about the Blues Bundle again. This Blues Bundle is made of, I think we're at 40 plus courses, blues courses, full blues courses that my friend Robert Renman and I have put together. These are our best-selling courses. If you bought all of them individually, it'll be $830-ish. However, during Blues Week, you can get all of these lifetime access to all of these courses, my courses and Robert Renman courses, for $147. Okay, back to our track. This is the A7. A7 chord that I'm visualizing. D7, I'm also visualizing it. I'm not playing it, I'm visualizing it within the context of that minor pentatonic scale. Now I'm going to target some notes of these chords. Let's give it a try. Heard that note right there? That note is not in the pentatonic scale, but it's found in that chord. And same for this one, which is in the first chord, so I can play my minor pentatonic scale and land on that. Here's the 3rd chord. Just targeting those notes within the minor pentatonic scale, blending the penta with the notes that aren't found in the pentatonic scale but are found in the chord. All right, 2 things. First of all, don't miss out on this blues bundle. At least check out the page. You can click right here. That'll take you straight to the page where you can see all the courses that are included, hear a little bit more about it. Don't miss out on this. It happens once a year. Secondly, click right here if you want to stick around for a video that Robert Renman did with the same backing track. A few cool concepts right here. I'll meet you in the next video and grab the bundle while it lasts. I'll see you next time.